Hello and welcome everybody. You're here with Garden Gnomes CTC. What I like to do is share some of the cool stuff that we have here and spend some time with you on these real cool artificial rocks. This one here is one of the smaller ones. This one here is a small rock Waterfalls SRW. Pretty cool as far as this is one that can be used in one of our small patio ponds, as it could go for any of the patio or any of the most of the smaller waterfalls, and even pretty much a lot of the medium ones. This would look good. The one thing that I like to show you is to go through how much weight real rock would be compared to this. And this here, even though it looks kind of small, I can lift it up and it's got the different, you can see the different texture and the different crevices in the pools where the water would be. But the thing that, let's take a look at it. There is a formula on Google. It's just an estimate. You take the length, which is pretty close to 34, the width, which is 17 or a little bit more, and the height, of course, is about 12 inches. Now, to get a more of an accurate estimate on the weight, I kind of took the dimensions down. So I cut the 34 down to 33, the 17 inches wide, and went to the 15, and also the height 12, and I went down here and got 8. So you multiply all those, and then you times it by, and that's the volume times what the specific gravity is going to be, and that's just an average weight of a rock. So I times it by 0.0975. This rock here, if it was real, was going to be about 300, almost 400 pounds. There's no way that you or I are going to ever pick this up. Now, being that said, I call it a backyard garden, small backyard garden. Now, this here would look absolutely perfect for a lot of applications, whether it is on your patio, deck, maybe different aspects of a rock garden. But one thing I like to do when you're looking at what I'm doing is, hey, maybe this year, you kind of give it a tweak on this, a little bit this way on your pond, maybe a little bit this way, because no matter who you are, you always wish it was over here or over there. And so this here gives you the, it makes it easy for you to reposition, relocate. This one here, I am going to switch it a few different times. Every year it's going to be switched out with another waterfall for my patio pond. Now, a lot of you guys ask, what makes your product any different from some of the other ones? This one here is not a fiberglass unit. This here has been taken from a real rock formation. You see a lot of people that say that, but I wouldn't want their real rock formation in my yard. It doesn't look the best. This here, you can see the actual, the crack lines, the crevices and stuff. This really looks really cool. There is a process, which I'm not going to get into it, but the makeup of the top part is that of the crushed rock, the sand and stuff like this, which makes it look nice. Now, a product comparison sort of, this is one that I had bought many years ago. This is a fiberglass job, and I paid a good lot of money for this. And this here is for an all-in-one unit, kind of sits on top. And one good thing you can do is to take your hand, and even though it does sound hollow, but you can see where that's the water, the way it's going to go, and not water, but you can get the different, but you get to real, and yeah, everything is hollow here, but you by hitting it a little bit, you can hear what maybe the water is going to sound like. Now, this one here, I wasn't too impressed with it because it had like a twingy sound as the water came down. And also another thing is, the first month I had it, it already had repairs that I had to do to it. And I get a lot of calls from people, hey, what do I do with my fiberglass jobs? They're cracking and they're not very good. You can see the paint's coming off. It doesn't look anything. And this was one of the bigger ones at the time, and you could see one of the bigger ones, it fails in comparison to this one. This was an attempt to make something look realistic and look nice, but it isn't. This isn't what you can be really getting into is these types of things. And these here, like I said, it's as real as it gets. Real rock formation, real coating, lightweight, easy to make, easy to, like I said, you're not going to be moving this with anybody soon. And basically another thing you got to look at is this is more streamlined. It looks like a formation. If you went to try to do this with real rock, you're going to probably double or triple the size to get the look, and you're not even going to get the look, but it's going to be tough. You're going to use a large amount of foam in there to get the rocks, and it's just not, and the thing is, being in the north, a lot of times your water and all the heaving of your freezing and thawing, it messes your waterfalls up. So this is one excellent way of getting a waterfall, and especially with the price of trying to get the waterfall wear and all the different parts that go with it, and not all real rock works well with waterfalls. Seems like the pretty boulder types you're not going to be able to use with this. You kind of use the flat type of stuff, and it is what it is. So just wanted to bring this real cool stuff. And actually, when I look at a waterfall, it's the ultimate centerpiece, focal point of the yard, and the reason a lot of people don't have them today is with the real rock. It's just hard to make something by yourself, and then when you hire a landscaper in, they do jump in price. So this here is very easy for you to do, very easy to put together, simple, and it does look spectacular.